What do you think stands in front of people in their happiness?
Us.
Explain.
Us. The mind, bro. The mind can be your best friend and your worst enemy, bro. And I feel like the fear of what's on the other side keeps a lot of us stagnant. Mm-hmm. Whether we talking about mental health, we talking about chasing our dreams. Like, you'll know the most talented person ever. They don't work at it.
They piss you off?
And you think it's like, bro, they lazy. It's like, no, bro, they scared.
Yeah.
That is fear. It's not easy being great. It's some shit that come with that.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it's ourself, bro. I really think it's us. Mm-hmm. It's us.
Oh yeah. Yo, what up, 33? Tell me something good. Everybody.
You know, they tell me life don't come with no million, so we gonna take it a day at a time.
Man, about time you got here, man. Light your cigar, do whatever you gotta do. Get comfortable so we can get this game going. Oh shit, what do you need to come out? Man, just hold your man. That's all you gotta do. Play some defense.
Man, too late, man. Domino, game.
Good days, great nights. Good days, great nights. Ooh, oh, oh. Make your favorite cigar. Some cognac.
Well. We back again.
So we just living in the moment. Hello from the other side.
You know, tuned into the Good Days GreatNights podcast. I go by CoolBreezeAl. You know me in the cigar world, they call me 33. Alicia and Harrison's daddy or father, depending on what demographic, how you get down. Your auntie's favorite podcast host, you know what I'm saying? It's getting cold, so she making meatloaf for me right now. You know, yeah, I like a little meatloaf with a little tomato paste.
Hey,
in my
that's a
joint.
Beefcake.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I need that. You know what I'm saying. No Sandusky. You know, your uncle's favorite nephew. You know what I'm saying.
Uncle's favorite nephew.
He tell me all the time, man. He proud of me. You know what I'm saying. So it means something when he said. You know what I'm saying. When Uncle say he proud of me, it means something. The second coming of Gerald Levert. Mr. Will spin your mama from a half to a hole on some two-step. You know, I got a couple handles, big dog.
Man, my man got the AKAs, man.
Yeah, so in the sense of this, man, we do things different here, man, at the Good Days GreatNights. And I thank y'all, man. We 3 seasons in.
That's crazy.
This is my 10th episode on my 3rd season, so I'm blessed to have you, bro.
Blessed to be here, man.
In the sense of this, bro, a lot of times it's we base it off of something different. People may have heard, that you was musically inclined, can hold a conversation, was able to stand in any neighborhood, be around any group of people,
100%.
but not change who you was as a person. Your morals and your values always stayed the same, and then something happened where music kind of came in your life and it changed the way you look at it.
100%.
From a person that believes in affirmations. Because you gotta love yourself, you see what I'm saying?
100%.
So when it comes into that, they know you off of certain things, but here at this time of the table, we want you to have your season to be able to tell them a little bit different, so they get a different understanding of you as a person. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
So, without further ado, we do it in the sense of a road trip. If we was getting ready to take off right now, and it's pretty warm outside, got a cool little breeze, but we was to jump in the car right now and go somewhere. What city or state would you want to go to right now?
Right now?
Right now. We can leave right now and go somewhere. Where you want to go?
Well, weather-wise...
We're going to ride. It's a road trip, so check this out. My people, they know me. I know you. So I bring you around, so I'm vouching for my people, right?
Sure.
So I'm like, hey, that's my partner. He cool. He going with us, right? So when I get you in the car, we get to our halfway point. We done said our prayers. We done did everything. We done vibe. It's your turn to drop. What 5 songs is gonna stir them to understand you more as a person, as a human. You dig what I'm saying?
Sure.
So what place would you want to go? Kicks and giggles.
I want to go to LA.
Oh, cool.
I want to go to LA.
Cool. There's nothing wrong with LA. So
just last year I was living in LA.
Okay.
But I love LA.
Yeah, I got some parties. They think it's a vibe.
It ain't no other place in the world like that, motherfucker, bro.
That's your piece,
bro. What? It's such a it's a beautiful place, and it's like ugly at the same time.
Yeah.
And being from where I'm from, like I find beauty in the ugly. But when it's ugly and beautiful, like yo, that feel like a good place. Feel like a good place. And then it's just hella opportunity out there, man. Like I feel like I got to be a better version of myself. Like part of this I love me thing comes from with my actions in LA. Like growing up, I had rheumatoid arthritis. And a lot of things I wasn't able to do. So with being in LA, I started waking up every morning. I would run 7 miles a day. But the atmosphere, bro, you just always, when you around and you in the creative scene in LA, it's so many people that's doing things to better their life. And you get inspired by just watching people, like. And it's, I don't know, it was something about that air in LA, man. Had me acting brand new, man.
Okay, so LA.
LA for sure.
I say about Vegas.
Vegas,
we'll let you take over.
Yeah, man.
Because we didn't got you through all of the hills and the mountains and everything, right?
You said 5 songs.
So right now it's your turn to drop 5 songs.
5 songs.
Explaining who you are as a man today, and kind of give me the backstory of each song the best way you can. I'm gonna give you an example. Saturday morning cleanup. If you heard Mom's playing this, you knew it was gonna be a good Saturday.
Oh, that's exactly where I'm going.
If you with the homies and you hear this, you with your lady, you think this. When people think of you or you think of certain, you driving. So I got to go off your playlist to catch your vibe. You see what I'm saying?
For sure. We definitely so. I got an older mama.
Come on.
I'm like 63. I'm 25.
I'm waiting on you.
And you I'm definitely going to listen to Choosy Lover by the Osleys.
Come on.
For sure. Kiss of Life by Sade.
Hold on. Let me see here. Break it down. Choosy Lovers. Don't just go past it.
Oh, don't just go past it with Choosy Lover. For one, like that music, like outside of them, they vocals, like the production, like the fucking guitar, like that shit just really real eerie sounds, is like really soothing to me. Like if you hear the second song on my project, No Time, it's that all the little eerie shit. That shit catch me. So you got that, and then like when you listen to the words, bro, that's some of the most player shit I've ever heard from a human. Like ever. That shit so that shit hard. And then also, I don't know what vices you indulge in, but I'm into psychedelics. And like that song is like my theme song every time I take a trip. Like, I know going into my trip, like I'm starting my trip off with Choosy Lover. Like it set the mood. And then on my like my ending, like I got this lake in my apartment complex. I'll go sit at the lake. And then Choosy Lover with that lake, it match up so well. That Choosy Lover like my theme song on me.
So Choosy Lover. And you say Sade.
Kiss of Life by Sade.
Okay, tell me about it.
Like, so you hear me talk about on social media, you'll see me talk about like self-love and love of self so much. I'm big on love in general though, and I feel like Sade songs, like she really loved her nigga. Like you can hear like nigga, Kiss of Life is that's a crazy way to describe somebody kiss to you. And I don't know, I just feel like when I listen to Sade, I listen to a woman that's really loving, like really, really loving. Whoever love me next gotta love me how Sade love her nigga on me.
I mean, that's the caption right there. That's the caption.
If you can't love me like Sade do, then I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit on me.
Okay, you got 3 more.
3 more. I'm gonna go closer, modern. I'm gonna go Hey Mama by Kanye West.
Okay.
That's my favorite like hip hop song like ever. Like I listen to that song, that'll bring me to the tears. That it describes the relationship me and my mom got, like not having the dad around, also like being born in a separate city and then having to go relocate to a new city. Like it's just so many points in life in my life that he pointed out in that song that I could relate to. So Hey Mom, and I just love that beat. Like I wanna sing so loud for you. That shit real real dope to me. So Hey Mom by Kanye. 2 more. Damn, you put me on the spot.
I know, it's like you're good.
Them 3 was my go-to.
Yeah, you got 2. You might be with a little lovely or something. You riding? Y'all talking? You want to get to know her a little bit? What you playing for?
Sure, I'm we talking for the women. I'm gonna go deeper into the.
Come on, what you got?
Ribbon in the Sky. Ribbon in the Sky. Version? The original joint. Okay. The original joint. Ribbon in the Sky. Just cause like I feel like Stevie the GOAT, like all music. Like he not my all-time favorite, but I feel like I don't think it's an album in life better than Songs in the Key of Life, or like so. I feel like with Stevie music though, it's so musical, to where like typical woman that I want to deal with.
Yeah.
Like you gonna appreciate this type of shit.
Elite.
Like all these instruments, this nigga on here singing
Elite.
his face off and ribbon in the sky for sure. And then number 5. Damn, this the last one. I got so many songs in my head.
But look, that's the beauty of it though. Because by the time we get through this is all wrapped up.
There's gonna be more songs.
You're gonna have more songs.
There's gonna be more songs.
But it gives I'm gonna break it down once you give me one more. I'm gonna break it down.
I'm gonna say Cruising by D'Angelo.
Go on,
His cover, because I like Smokey version, but D'Angelo, he did something a little different to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He did something a little different. Damn, because I kind of want to say Rock With You by Bobby Brown, though. I'm gonna stick with Cruising by D'Angelo.
I'm gonna give you a bonus though.
For sure.
Bobby Brown, Rock With You.
Rock With You, yeah.
That's it.
Rock With You for sure. But that Cruising, bro.
Yeah.
That Cruising, I can't dance. But I hear that motherfucker get the 2-stepping in the house by myself. You hear me? They got that.
Okay.
It's real bright, man. That motherfucker feel good.
Listen, I love it.
It's that rhythm, boy.
I love it. Okay,
sure.
so Rock With You, Bobby Brown. That's just more or less of having that conversation, having an understanding of like, hey, I'm trying to get to next. I'm trying to get to know you.
I'm corny. Like the song, I'm gonna perform this motherfucker until you right. I'm
Right,
touching your hair while I'm singing that motherfucker. It's just certain songs allow you to be that be a different type of guy when they on, man.
Yep. Then Cruising is just it's soulful.
Soul,
and
man.
And then D'Angelo does something with his.
That boy's special.
The keys match the tone and match everything.
That boy's special.
Even coming
man.
up, I'm like, I'm a cigar smoker, but not a cigarette smoker. But when he used to have that bad boy sitting on top of that piano, and he come in with the little electric joint.
Oh man.
And I read a story about his dad and his grandpa being a pastor. He grew up in the South, like in that I think it's apostolic or something like that, in that kind of church. So he was like, you can play the demons out of people type. So he had different kind of feel. Boy. Stevie, because we respect our elders. You know what I'm saying?
Stevie was so different, man.
He was before his time.
Bro, I was watching the Motown documentary.
Yeah.
And they talked about Stevie Wonder walking into Motown at 11 years old. That nigga didn't speak to a soul. He started playing every instrument in the spot, coming up with songs. And while they in the documentary, it was like Stevie got his first hit record at 12 years old.
Yeah.
He was at the Apollo. He performed it. Everybody was clapping. And then nigga started freestyling a song like, I want y'all to clap more.
Yeah.
And it was his first Billboard hit. They'd be like, bro, people like that don't, especially in the 60s, pop. He's just this little 11-year-old nigga that's blonde, pop up. He could play every instrument. The nigga voice is out of this world. Then you take him at 13 years old, he go to the Apollo, the biggest stage at the biggest stage in the world at the time.
Yeah.
And that nigga make a hit record his first time there. Hey, nah, bro. Stevie one of them, bro. Stevie one of them, bro.
The conversation with your mom is, hey, mom. Yeah. So you just let her know, like, I appreciate this, but I understand.
Also shows you that I am a mama's boy. Like,
there's nothing wrong with it.
You know what I'm
saying?
You see what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with it.
That's how I learned how to treat women, though.
Right.
How I approach my mama.
Exactly. Sade, Kiss of Life. That's just, we already talked about it.
How I want my love expressed.
That's how you want your love expressed. Choosy Lover. It's just the scene.
It's the scene, bro.
So, hold on. Without further ado, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself to the world. Let them know. Pop your stuff.
Oh, so I forgot. My name is Ashan. On all social media, it's ASEANLOVESME. Ashan Loves Me on all platforms. I am a hip hop artist out of Kansas City, Missouri. Owner and creator of the brand. SWAN is an acronym for Secretly We All Nerds. We push for individuality. We all got these things about us that make us tick, that make us go. I feel like everybody got something they nerd out about. And the more we lean into it, the more we are ourselves. And I just dropped the album called I Love Me out on all platforms.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
So check this out. When we go into that and we have the songs. So like I tell you, it shows where you at, right? So if I was to give you my 5 right now.
Let me hear him, man.
Mystic. This is Bobby Valentino in the group. This
is
Blackberry Molasses.
Okay. Ooh.
Just the way they was singing, the rawness of the video. It was 90s at its best. You know
okay.
I think about that song because at the family reunion, I got a chance to get the mic and
there's some history today.
You know what I'm saying? And he say, I woke up this morning, got a little bad news today. They say my life ain't worth living. Been in that place, right? Using also Tupac, Unconditional Love.
Okay.
Sometimes you're in the room crying because you don't want to be a burden. My third song probably would be I Want You Around. You know what I'm saying?
Which one? That's my joint.
With Black on it, you know what I'm
saying? That's my joint.
And then My fourth one right now probably would be Kevin Gates.
Word.
This the one where he's not Shoot Your Shot, the Product of My Environment one where he's talking about his friends and everything.
I'm not too hip on his catalog.
But he was so open. And he performed it live, and he made a mistake while he was performing. So he said, "Let me."
I saw that.
So the transparency of it was everything. And then, last but not least, I would say I'm gonna match you, D'Angelo. One more again. Just because he whining on that thing, you know what I'm saying, the way he do it.
D'Angelo got so many. For a nigga that only got 2 albums, bro, he got so many records, bro. So many joints. Like off that first joint, the first project, before we even get to Brown Sugar, that nigga first album is so crazy.
Yeah.
And it's songs like, I didn't know Cruising was a cover when I first found D'Angelo.
Most of us didn't.
I didn't know that Feel Like Making Love is a cover when I first found that nigga own them songs, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, that nigga own them songs. It's like Mike would rock with you. Like, you don't know Bobby Brown version exists because Mike went so crazy. 100%.
So 24 hours in a day, what does it look like for you?
24 hours in a day, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Talk to me. Tell me the truth. I don't want no lies.
I would just want to be around my loved ones.
Yeah.
And I would want to have the biggest jam session music I can have.
Yeah.
That's the way I want to go. If I'm gonna go out and I know it's over.
No. Not you leaving. A normal 24.
Oh, number 24. All right,
normal 24.
I'll break down my day.
Yeah.
That I just had today. Today I woke up around 7 in the morning. I got my mantras that I say to myself every single day.
Tell me about them.
Say my mantras. It's when I first got into this this process of the I love me thing. It rooted from a point in my life, for majority of my life, I didn't. And a harsh reality had hit me, and I had to force myself to start appreciating me.
Yeah.
So I started off with that with my daily affirmations. I got these mantras that's like 3 paragraphs long that I'll repeat to myself every single day.
Okay.
When I wake up and when I go to sleep. So I wake up, I say my mantras, I make sure I hop in the shower, clean myself up, do my bit of care, oil my hair, you know what I'm saying, sit, look at myself. Make sure I look at myself for a couple minutes every single day. Is
that like on some like Hill Harper confession type stuff?
I'm not familiar with that reference, but the way it's for me is, so me being the type of artist I am, I'm very vulnerable in my music. And early on, I always would look at myself in the mirror and critique.
Yeah.
And so now I've come with a new approach to looking at myself in the mirror and with appreciation and of value first.
Yeah.
So I make sure I give myself that every single day. Then I'll take a walk outside. You know, I wake up, I walk, I talk to the trees, I thank the trees and the plants and stuff just for the life source that they give off, the energy that they give off. And then I'll go work out. So what I'll do is, like, when I got a show coming up October 28th.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is, when I got a show, I'll go hit the treadmill or the elliptical and I'll perform my set while I'm running. So I get my little hour in of me just doing cardio, performing the set. Then I'll go back to my homegirl house where I do my rehearsals at. Yeah. And I'll go rehearse I'll rehearse actual body movement and me saying it and how I want to do that. And then after that, I'll go take a nap. Yeah. And then usually I'll either have a meeting or, like I'm in now, I got a podcast to go do. Respect. And we meet with the team twice a week. So whether it's a Sunday or a Wednesday, I probably got a meeting. And I like to keep myself busy, whether it's me pulling up on one of the homies to go make music or listening to somebody else's project, I just always like to keep my day fulfilled with something. But I start my mornings off with that for sure.
That's live. So is it an hour you think you get of silence?
No.
Why?
I think it comes from, well, for one, I'm very, very busy. But outside of being very, very busy, like, I know that, like, noise, sounds and stuff keep me going. Like, I think that's part of why I make music. Like, sounds really attract to me. And then I love listening to conversation. So especially in fields and stuff that I want to do, like, I'll turn on, like, let's say one of my favorite artists got an interview up, or if I'm feeling like, I need to learn about this part in business and learning how to properly price my merch and how to properly put together the events, the marketing things. I always just want to retain information if I'm not listening to music. So a lot of times, and maybe to my detriment, that I should be sitting in silence a bit more.
Well,
really
not so much as silence, but just that moment where you get to allow your thoughts, like when you're talking to the trees or when you're walking through. Is that your peaceful moment?
Yeah, 100%.
You see what I'm saying? Because before I know myself, I'm a morning person, but I still have to prepare myself on the ride in. When I'm building up, I have to go through my thoughts. I have to go through my highs, my lows, what I'm happy about, what I'm not, how I'm going to get past this. These things are issues, but they can't be an issue forever. I can hold on to this, or I can let it go because it's hurting me. Those times are so important. I tell us all as men, we have to do that more, because if we do it more, we'll be okay. But if we don't, it'll mess us up.
Nah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying?
For sure, especially the weight that we hold. Like,
facts.
It's I was just telling Damo this, like, I feel like it's as black men, because I can't speak for no other man. As black men, I feel like because there's so much like that we have to fight against.
Right.
I feel like we overcompensate with our roles as men.
100%.
And it can lead to nasty behavior.
100%.
Very, very tough things. So, and a lot of times we like, yo, I'm doing the man thing I got to do. And it's like, no, you're over manning right now. Like,
yes.
You don't have to be.
You don't got to be that
at all times. And
really,
so,
period. Nowadays, it's okay to be genuine.
Just a regular
be regular.
Like, I don't have to be this provider 24/7. Like, I don't have to be this protector 24/7.
That's why.
I don't have to sit like the first song on my project, the present shit. Am I capturing this moment? Fill the lights out. It's about being present in the moment. Like,
yes,
we gotta appreciate that more. Yes. Like, I learned that through, like, I was making music, and that song it hit me that, yo, when I'm at my happiest is when I'm making music.
That's my piece. Yeah.
But whenever I'm making music, I'm present in the moment. I'm not thinking about what I got to do later on.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about what I just fucked up at.
Yeah.
I'm in the moment.
Yeah.
And if you got to be in the moment to create, and God is the creator, I feel like we're closer to God the more present we are.
And this is mine. It don't matter what's going on. Don't matter the kids. Don't matter the family. Don't matter nothing. This is mine.
Mm-hmm.
This is my basketball court. This is where I can go. I can go for 100. Easy. I'm shooting this thing from the parking lot. Once I come in and I'm setting it all up, and I'm already going through my Rocky moment. I'm getting in my bag. You see what I'm saying?
100%.
Once it press record, none of that other stuff matter. And it doesn't matter because this is where my therapy lies, and this is me being so vulnerable. And then I love hearing other men, especially black men, have a conversation, and it's not built in. It's too late. We got tension, so that's why we talking. But it's built in. Let's build each other. Let's have a conversation. Let's give some game to somebody. Those times are priceless, bro. So this, I take these never for granted because they so priceless to me. These get to be my babies. These get to be my albums. You see what I'm saying?
I feel that.
I tell everybody all the time. These are my albums, bro. When it's all said and done, they go down my discography. They gonna say that boy had a hell of a catalog.
Bro.
He had a hell of a catalog. You
That's
see
what
I'm
it's
saying?
about, bro.
So I'm big on that. When it comes to kids, do you have any?
No.
Do you want kids?
No. I definitely want kids, but I want them the way I want them.
Okay.
Again, back to the planning everything out.
Mm-hmm.
I got a specific way I want to go about that. Like, there's even to just the women I interact with, bro.
Yeah.
Like, in my head, I got a certain way I want my kids to be raised.
Come on now.
I got a certain way I want my situation to be like. Once I get there, of course you can't.
Is there any bend in there?
Huh?
Is there any bend in there? Or you
It's some bending.
You standing firm on?
It's some bending.
The principle of it.
It's certain things I won't bend on.
Come on, that's what.
But like the bending becomes like the person that I accept in a relationship.
Facts.
If I would accept what comes with that person, and that's where the bending goes. Like, but there's set things, like there's certain traits. There's certain time limits and like where I need to be at and where you need to be at in life. What, you know what I'm saying? Because also with where music I plan to be at in music when I'm having kids, I want to be well rested into my career to where I can take time out for these first 2 years. I need to be instrumental in this kid's life.
Gotcha.
But I need a certain partner to be doing certain things so that way I can take that break.
So not to name drop like a Wale when he talking about holy matrimony, and he say you never really ready. Do you believe that?
Yeah, no, I 100% believe you never really ready. But I could say I would like my situation to be more prepared for that.
Okay, respect.
Because you can't really, even though I kind of disagree with that.
Okay.
No, I think you can be ready.
Cool.
No, I think you can be ready because I feel like a lot of times it's if people say you never ready, I think that speaks from the person that didn't plan.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
So
I like that.
I feel like you can be ready if you really properly plan this. And I think a lot of times in our communities, how it's very rare for a baby to be planned.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think a lot of us don't see where like you're not ready until you're ready. It's like I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true. If you've put yourself in a situation where financially you're ready, you and your partner have had these conversations and have built to this, and not just having the conversations in the middle of sex, like we really sit and build on this for hours at a time, and I've put certain things to the side and start putting savings and funding toward this. This is a properly planned thing. I believe you're ready at that point.
Yeah, that's real.
So I definitely believe a person can be ready.
Okay. So when you think about the people that you surround yourself with, your friend group, your family, your bros, the people that you do business with and shows with, right? Do you think that you're giving I don't know if you call them fans or supporters or family. I call this is my family when I talk to them.
Swan members, man.
Swan members. So when you're talking to when you're dealing with the Swan members, do you think you're giving them a service or a disservice, like teaching them how to dream, teaching them how to be entrepreneurs? Like what's your hopes that they get from you? When they play the project, like we said earlier, you know what I'm saying, it's got 7 tracks on it, and it's going straight through. It ain't got that, I gotta skip this one. It's a rider, you know what I'm saying? It got me through chest day.
We got a no skip, man.
It got me through chest day. So I'm good, you see what I'm saying? So, and it makes me think, so when you're doing when you are who you are and you're giving it to the world, or do you think you're giving the world a service or a disservice?
I believe it's a service. I look at, well, for one, when I first started making music, my sister said something to me. It was like, yo, I don't want to hear a person I never met. And so that always stuck with me. I got other people who were like mentors to me, like a G Watts. When I used to just rap random, I used to just be like, because I always could rap. I had good metaphors, good punchlines. Yeah. But it was about nothing. Yeah. And then I rapped a verse to him one day where I was just telling my story. He was like, hey, bro, like do that more. Like, you got a lot to say. Yeah. Like, give us more of that. And so I linked into it. And when I linked into it, I remember I did a concert for it was actually a listening party. I just happened to perform it for a project that I had coming out called One Big Happy Family. And my mom was there, and one of the members, like, she walked up to my mom and was like, yo, like, thank you for allowing him to tell your story, because the fact that he could tell the story about like the domestic violence you went through, I can come to these places and feel safe because I deal with the same thing. And from them type of moments, it's like, yo, I am sharing what I go through, but at some point you become a safe haven for people, and people feel like they can be comfortable in a setting that you give, because the music, they see their life in this music. So I look at it like, to me, my job as a person with a platform and a person that has some attention on him, I need to take what I do very, very seriously, how I deliver myself, how I package myself, the way I interact on social media. I take all of that very serious, because I feel like I am doing an act of service at some point. Dope. I do this shit for me. That's dope. But when you get what you want and you garner some attention and you garner a fan base, there's responsibilities that come with it.
But I love it because you said I do it for me.
Yeah, no, this is all for me.
So acknowledging the basis, me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because on the plane, I got to put my seatbelt on before I help y'all.
Facts.
So I gotta put this out to help me. Then I'm giving it to y'all. I'm gonna share it with y'all. I ain't gonna hold it, but I'm gonna share it. You know,
it helps me, but it's not detrimental to you.
On me.
So, and that's just how I try to approach it, bro. Because when you are a vulnerable guy in music, there is a certain there's a certain thing people expect out of you. Like, we just seen Kendrick Lamar, like, with his project. His whole aim was like showing you the real version of him. This is who I am. But for a long time, Kendrick has been held to this certain standard because of what the music means to people. And so them being my favorite type of artist and the type of artist that I aspire to be, I gotta follow in the footsteps of, like, how do you properly do this with when you're touching people, like just people who have this brand tattooed on them. So when you touching people in this way, you gotta I can't go on a project or keep making music that speaks to my detriment or the negatives to me. Like, at some point, I have to get to I Love Me.
Yeah.
Like, I gave you One Big Happy Family that talked about all my downfalls, my hardships, the things that my mental was doing. But if I end you off with that and I never show you how I got better, what am I showing the person that's listening to me? That it's okay to wallow in this and accept that I'm just depressed. And this is just like, nah, bro, you got to showcase all of the steps, how you got there, the climbs, what was the little things. Like, that's why you got songs like Present, and you got songs that follow it, the No Time song. It's very catchy.
Yeah.
But the real message in the song is cutting out time for the things that no longer service you.
Yeah.
You got the song Proud, where it's like, yo, being proud of self.
Yeah.
Proud of the things you do. It's just, you gotta, if you're gonna display one thing, you gotta display the whole story.
You gotta give them
the whole story. I can't just tell you about the sad days and not tell you about when I feel bright.
Yeah, okay. So, childhood. You spoke about your mom enduring some things. If you can go into it, how did it change you?
Well, and I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
So, when I grew up in a very church-oriented house.
Yeah.
My mom is a preacher.
Okay.
So she's not traditional preacher. Like,
it don't matter.
It's not in the church.
Yeah.
My mom is the type, like, we as kids is out here setting up tables, feeding homeless people and these drug addicts. And when you come, like, yeah, you can come eat, but you got to come hear this word.
Yeah.
And that's how my mama went about it.
Yeah.
She was never the church people was not who she was concerned with. It's the people that can't make it there to her. So she always attacked it that way. So growing up as a kid, I always saw that. But it was another side of it where you got my mom, who is this person. My pop's a drug addict.
Yeah.
So, and then the effects that come with addiction, whether it's absence from family, and when it comes to, if you around, now I'm watching you put your hands on my mama.
Yeah.
You in and out of jail. This little stuff like that. So those things, they made me the man who I want to be today, but it caused a lot of confusion on my way to become this man.
Can you break it down a little bit?
Like, again, I'm this loving guy. Super, I love. But
so hold on. I'm there. Just me. Because I felt like I didn't get it. And I say it a lot. I used to tell my last person I was in a relationship with, I don't think I'll ever get love the way I give it on this side of the earth. I'll get it on the
other
second
side.
time around. You see what I'm saying? So you thinking because there was a lack of it in the house, maybe? Is that what made you so loving now? What do you think caused you to become that kind of person where you're just like, love is everything to me?
Yeah, so I think that played a part in it, the lack of it that I got. But I also think it was how much of it I got from my mom, though.
Okay.
Like, I look at my mom as a superhero.
Yeah.
But it's always been love and embrace. See, my sister and like everybody else that's older, they know my mom is the drug dealer.
Gotcha.
I got the preacher.
You got it when she.
I didn't get the drug dealer. So
the
the hard body person that they got, that was super tough and got that shell, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I got the unconditional love for God, and that's the mom I got. So I feel like the values come from her, but the confusion, to speak to the confusion is like, all right, being a kid, you love your dad.
Yeah.
Like, all you know is like, this is my dad.
That's my dad.
That's my dad. So seeing your mom be hurt and abused, you want to protect, but how can, at 4 years old, 5 years old, how can I protect from my dad?
Yeah.
So that confusion, and then it's the like, what is love? Like, is this what love is? I don't know how to grasp love. At a very early age, you don't know if this is okay, if this is supposed to happen. Because at the end of the day, because my father eventually became not around, but in the beginning, I'm one of the only people that got a daddy. So at some point, it's just like, yeah, my daddy fucked up, but like, he here.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's the, once you get older, because my mom never shitted on my dad. Like, she never like talked crazy about my pops to me.
Throughout all of it.
She allowed me to go, and then you get to points to where like, I'm trying to create a relationship, and you are falling. So now I'm 12 years old, 11 years old. I can see for myself now what's going on. My mama ain't told me nothing, but you think she telling me stuff. And it's like, no, bro. The confusion hits there. So now it's like, you have that Will Smith moment, like, why he don't want me? Why is this? And all of that can play in such a way. Like PTSD affects a person that's not in the streets, that's not in the army. Like
in the house,
the shit you see in the house can become a state of torment eventually.
Yeah.
So just that confusion, maneuvering through and figuring out like I don't have any men in my family that I want to be like.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like y'all all either out here drug addicts, y'all wilding. Like it's no point of reference. So even that was the part of the confusion. Like where do you go to be this man? So I find a lot of values of what it is to be a man through these interviews that I watched, through the music that I listened to, life lessons that was given up. So the confusion, it was difficult it was a difficult early to maneuver through, but I feel like now sitting at 25 years old, like if I didn't have that confusion, I don't think I could be the man that I am to the women I deal with today.
So I'll tell you, just to kind of give you a little backstory. I grew up with my dad.
Okay.
So at a young age, my mom, parents, love was Montgomery Ward, Sears, Dillard's, going to the mall. That was their version of love, right? So then now, when you look at my dad's version, it was tough. It was tough as nails, but it was even after like discipline, it was I love you, right? So where I didn't have my mom's touch in certain spots of it, it wasn't because she wasn't present. It's just that wasn't her love language. That wasn't what she was taught. Excuse me. So her dynamics of what her parents gave her helped and hindered. You see what I'm saying? With my dad, that was my everything. That was my role model. You see what I'm saying? So I was different in that. But what used to hurt me, I used to be able to count on one hand how many times my mom said I love you. I used to be able to count. I'm talking like her birthday, which was her wedding day. You know, if I said I love you, boy, what you want? I mean, I don't want nothing. I love you. You know what I'm saying? So when you're searching for that, it does make you look at things different. So now I found myself in relationships having to say, I love you. And then I found myself in certain relationships saying, I ain't going to say it because they're going to play with my love if I really love them. I'm talking about friends, homeboys, girlfriends, cousins, people but now I'm at a place where you say I love me, I say I love you to everybody. And everybody like, bro, why are you so that? Because in my house, it was far and few. You see what I'm saying? So it was important that people knew that I had love for them because they was leaving at a rapid pace, and now we getting older, and people getting older, and they leaving, and they checking out, and the world, you know what I'm saying, getting the best of us. A lot of men, I'd say that before, we die of heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? We died of heartbreak. Whether we couldn't provide the way we wanted to, whether life gave us lemons and we couldn't make lemonade, whether you just went through certain things, you know what I'm saying, with your dad and having his addiction and different things like that. Those things play on our mental, on our top, because now we have a vice that we can't control. And we're told to be this. Anything you can get through anything. And whether you get through it or not, you can get through it by yourself because you really don't need nobody. But we really be needing people.
Facts. And then if I take my emotions out of it, just look at the situation like, yo, my dad is just a dude.
Yeah.
He's just a dude. Like, do I expect the average crackhead to be functional?
Yeah.
I can't.
Right.
And he dealt with this before I came into this world.
Yeah.
So once I take myself out of it, I can have a bit more of an objective view
on
what's going on and not demonize, bro, so much.
Gotcha.
And then the lesson you were saying about I love you to people, bro. I had my childhood best friend, bro, named Taz. He passed away for like 5 years ago. But when we was little kids, bro, I think we was probably like 7, 8 years old. I remember like one of the first times we was kicking it with him, we was all leaving. He was like, I love you. Like, he said that to everybody. We 8 years old. You know how ignorant kids is like, oh, dude, you gay? He like, no, bro. Like, like, nah, bro. Like, y'all my people. Like, I love you, bro. We gotta say that every time we leave. So I learned that lesson from one of my childhood friends. Like, yo, I don't let nobody that I love leave here.
And then, or you
still
got,
to this day.
You got it then?
As we
got older.
We got older, like, he wouldn't allow us not to, like, you can't leave here without saying that, bro. Like, that was his thing. He was always on that. Like, no, bro. Like, I love you. Like, he gonna say it every time. He made sure we say that. Cause in his view, I got it. Your daddy is in jail for 18 years for a homicide. Your mama's not around. As I got older, I understood his perspective. Like, no, bro. Like, I love you. Even as a little kid. So that I think that message was, I didn't learn that necessarily from the house. My little homie, my homie from the block.
Yeah.
At 8 years old, taught me that valuable lesson as a little kid.
That's dope. So the project,
I love me.
So the backstory, if we can go into it, a relationship, and then from the wordplay, I lost myself. I lost the relationship, but found myself.
You talking about proud?
Okay.
We found ourselves in love, lost the love, then I gained me.
Yeah.
That's what it gave me.
Come on.
Yeah. So, all right, this I love me thing.
Yeah.
Again, I tell my story. You hear about the domestic violence, me being assaulted as a child, and just everything, bro. I've been through a lot in life, and I wore that shit like a lot. Like I said, I always was self-reflective, but I was self-reflective looking for the issue.
Yeah.
It was always looking for the issue. My music represented that.
Yeah.
And my life represented that at some point. And my first love, first person I ever loved in life, she sat me down.
Yeah.
And she broke up with me. But when she broke up with me, everything it wasn't about how I treated her.
Yeah.
It was all about how I treated me.
So you had her, and as far as her wants and needs, but she just didn't like how you treated yourself.
Like how I treated myself, and it would be certain things that I would do for myself that would make me lack in a relationship, that I wouldn't do for myself that would make me lack in a relationship.
Example.
So I grew up around a lot of violence.
Yeah.
Paranoid. So I might not take you on a walk. I might not just take you on a picnic because I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm worried. I'm freaked out. Or if it gets to points in certain places where I'm super in my depression. So I might not just clean up as much as I need to.
Yeah.
I might not clean myself up as much as I need to.
Yeah.
Just that. And when she broke it down to me, she was like, you don't put effort into anything that's not music. Everything, when it comes to your family, anything, you don't treat us bad, but you don't put any effort towards anything that's not music, not even yourself.
Yeah.
And I had to sit with that. When a certain person, only certain people can get to you. And get that message through.
Yeah.
And I just feel like at that point in time, she may have been the perfect person to get that message through. So from that day on, I made it a vow to myself, bro, I'ma love me for me, regardless if she get back with me or not. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I love myself. And that's when the affirmation started and all of these things. And so basically that line refers to girl, we found ourselves in love, lost the love, then I gained me.
Yeah.
That's really what happened. I took what you said to me because I believe you was right. No matter what I feel like I was right about in our whole conversation, and what I feel you was wrong about, that ain't what matter. What I was wrong about and what I was doing wrong is something I need to do in my life. Fuck if it's for you.
Yeah.
We don't ever gotta talk ever again. Yeah. But what you said is real. It was real. I need to work on that.
So with that, and she's saying you subpar average with everybody else. Was it immediate, or was it kind of you had to sit in it a couple of days?
No, immediately, bro. I can't say I loved myself immediately, but I immediately took the steps. I was already in therapy.
That's dope.
I was already in therapy.
That's hella dope.
But I was going to therapy, and it was more so just to get my shit off. I don't think I was necessarily practicing the things I was learning as much as I should have been. And once that conversation is had with me, I went full in, from the affirmations to the taking the walks and letting the sun embrace the manicures and pedicures and spa days, facials. I went all in with the love, the self-care, taking myself on dates, and I went full in, bro. And then I looked up 4 months into it, bro, I really like me, bro.
And you was all,
I was there.
So even learning to like you and learning to love you, right? I've been into the depressed place. I've had suicidal thoughts. You see what I'm saying?
I've been there.
I've been in places where I was selfish enough but not selfish enough to go through with it. At the same time, I had to go to therapy. I wasn't never against therapy. It wasn't oh man, you too soft if you go here or that. But I didn't know how to open my mouth and say I need therapy. Until one day we at work and they said, hey, your insurance will give you 5 free sessions. So then I started going. I'm kind of going by myself, and I'm talking. And I'm at work because I got 25 to 30 people depending on me on my team. I got my mom, that set of family, my dad, that set of family, all my siblings. Everybody's depending on me to make a way out of nothing. And it was to the point where some days I couldn't breathe. I had my first anxiety attack, and when they read my blood pressure to me, it scared me. But I got sleep apnea. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, bro, I can die, live in a stressful world.
Stressed.
And then, like I said, people dying of heartbreak. It was so many people checking out around me because they was going through divorces or breakups or relationships. And men are more suicidal than women in the numbers.
I saw a stat that's 70% of suicides are men.
Yeah.
And I think they said something like 85 men kill themselves a day.
On me.
Like, that's crazy.
So to think about it, and I think a lot of it is being locked in. It's being caged in how we deliver and different things.
Motherfucker.
Man, listen.
Suppression of motherfucker.
So when you was going through like the therapy and like the depression and everything, man, was it just music that brought you out, or was it those times your mom was praying for people? Was it those times where you had to learn who you was? Like, what was it to help you come out? Because people don't realize it's easy to go back. But what helped you come out?
It wasn't music. It wasn't my mom. It was my therapist, bro. Pulled me right out. Like, I remember 2020 happened, and the George Floyd and Breonna Taylor situation happened. And I was going out and protesting, but it was affecting me in a really, 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 really bad way. Like,
facts.
And it always has, but it was just a bit more. It's different watching what that video was.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a bit different. And then constantly seeing it happen afterwards. And then I remember it was a trend on social media for like it was like women posting like I was and saying their age, and it was them like pretty much like confessing to when they were sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
And they age, and it made me think about like shit when I was younger as a kid, and it was something that happened to me at 5 years old that I never dealt with.
Yeah.
I never addressed it as that, just because, you know, I learned in therapy that our brain does certain things to protect you. You'll forget things. It does these things to protect you. And I was sitting in my thoughts one night, and it was just everything from my dad to my mom, even my financial situations, the shit that I'm just now unmasking from 18 years ago, my relationship problems, being a black man. I was just on the couch, bro, with a gun in my mouth. Like, I'm done. Like, and my therapist, like, caught me, like, reached out about something, and I called, and I was like, yo, like, I'm through. Like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm done. I don't want to do this shit no more. She talked to me probably for like an hour, and just talked me down. Was like, just hold off to the morning. Like, you don't gotta pay for a session. Just come see me in the morning. I came and saw her in the morning, and she started just giving me things that like helped me with being present, and just breaking certain things. Like, she had this it's this thing where like she has these buzz things that she puts in your hands, and like these really dark things that you deal with, she like speaks about them, and you allow you to take in with these things. While the buzz thing, I forget what their purpose is. It's supposed to keep you there though. And it's just like, at that point, I had boosted my meetings with my therapist like twice a week, and that was my way of holding on. Like, I was just like, yo, I don't want to go, but this shit is overwhelming. It's too much. And bro, that lady kept me here.
Blessings.
Kept me here. And then 6 months after all of that, that's when Shorty hit me with the like, we gotta be done. And I didn't go into a deeper hole. I feel like because what my therapist put me through for them past 6 months after that hard shit that I was going through, I feel like it allowed me to be aware and self-conscious, like, no, I can receive this information and move how I need to move to better myself from it. Instead of, I feel like if I would have had that conversation 6 months before, I might have went all the way over the edge.
Dope. I got
you. It's not music, it's not the homies, it's not my mama, not family. That lady that I met randomly through my boy over here, kept a nigga here, bro.
That's what's
100%.
That's solid. So, what do you think stands in front of people and their happiness?
Us.
Explain.
Us. The mind, bro. The mind can be your best friend and your worst enemy, bro. And I feel like the fear of what's on the other side keeps a lot of us stagnant. Whether we talking about mental health, we talking about chasing our dreams. Like, you'll know the most talented person ever, they don't work at it.
Did it piss you off?
And you think it's like, bro, they lazy. It's like, no, bro, they scared. That is fear. It's not easy being great. It's some shit that come with that. Like, And I think it's ourselves, bro. I really think it's us. It's us. And of course it's hard to pull yourself out that funk, but it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. But can't nobody pull you out of that but you.
Yeah.
So if our biggest stop is gotta be us. Because nobody else has that power to stop you from getting to happiness or being content with where you're at in life but you.
You tell the young you something, what would you tell the young you?
What I would tell myself, it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay?
It's gonna be okay. I think a lot of times when I was younger, I had, again, like you spoke to the pressure, like I am so not only am I grew up with a single mom. Yeah. I've been an uncle since I was 2.
You're the matriarch of the family.
I was always the man in the house.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's take the trash out. I'm the one that, like, I'm raising my nieces and nephews, changing diapers.
Yeah.
My niece have her first period. I'm there to pull up and I drop off all it's just those type of, I always was that. So as a kid, I was like, yo, I gotta be the one to get us out. Like, I gotta, that was always my pressure. Like, I was into basketball. Yeah. First, that was my first love.
Get who?
I was solid. Okay. I worked harder than I played.
That's dope.
So I was the kid. I wake up 4 a.m. I'm at the gym. Yeah. I'm in the gym for an hour and a half before school. I'm gonna shower at school. Yeah. And then after that, I got a weights class. I'm gonna lift for 15 minutes in this weight class. I'm gonna do my chest, whatever it is I gotta do. I'm back in the gym getting shots up. Yeah. I'm back at the gym at 3 o'clock after school finished, and then I come home. And then I got practice at 7 o'clock. That was me 5 days out a week. Yeah, yeah. So I always had this. Bought in. But I felt like I had to do that. Yeah. I didn't feel like I feel like I didn't give myself a lot of time to be a kid. Yeah. So I'm trying to get everybody out. It's gonna be okay, bro. Okay. Like, you don't have to do all this. Like, you can just enjoy time. It's gonna be okay. Facts. If you can master one skill, what would it be? I don't think I could choose one. Simply because, like, the person I am, it's so much that I want to do with life. Yeah. Like, the music is the start point. Yes, it's the love, what I love to do the most, but the music is the start point. Yeah. So if let's say I master music, but like, music is only in the plan until I'm 40 years old. Yeah. Then what comes after that? Yeah. If I can't, so I could say music just because that's what I'm doing now, but like, even in that, like, it's impossible to master music. It's completely impossible. Like, there's 12 notes. Yeah. But there's an infinite amount of melodies. Yeah. There's no way you can master this. Okay. There's an infinite amount of melodies with only 12 notes to use. Yeah. There's no way you can master this. Okay. Okay. If I can master anything, it would be business. If I can master business, for sure. That's dope. For sure. But like skill sets and all that. That's still a skill. Yeah, it is a skill. It is a business. Skill. Okay. What do you want your legacy to be? What do you want them to get from project after project, from the goals and everything that you're doing? What do you want your legacy to be? Through it all, through everything, I use my energy and who I am as a person to create. Okay. Whether people enjoy what I create, anything, I made my life off of creating. That's fine. And that's it, man. That's all that's like I said, bro. I feel like that being present in the moment is the closest thing to God, and the only thing that I know that keeps me present every time I do it is creating. Gotcha. So, yeah, I think I want people to know that, like, yo, I created, and I created with integrity. Like, this is what I do. This is who I am. Whether it's music, film, clothing, whatever it is, I create with integrity, and that's all that matters to me. Okay. What's the question you have for me? How did you get into cigars? I tell it all the time, man. I smoked blacks back in the day as a youngster. Ooh, one of the tough ones, boy. Used to freak them and twist them and take the plastic off the back end. I had my days with the blacks because that was, the culture. I ain't gonna hold you. You look at, I'm Texas influenced. You see what I'm saying? So you watching all the movies, you watching all of them. They got a bar cup in their hand. They sipping, as we call it, Bo. You know what I'm saying? They sipping lean. They doing that. They had it in their hand. So it was always a talking piece. You seen them. All the big boys was doing it, right? But I had cousins, they would all smoke weed, and it was never, weed made me be in a place of where I felt like I can't feel my feet. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Even drinking, I have my days where I pull back from it. You see what I'm saying? Well, the blacks was cool. They didn't give me too much. I could still go hit my toothbrush and get right, be cool.
as I kept going, I started smoking Capones. And we would go in clubs and bouncers would grab my Capone and be like, you can't smoke no weed in here. And I'm like, bro, this is a cigar. They like, no, that's a joint, that's a blunt. So I'm like, I was showing them like, it's a whole pack of Capones right here. And I'm sipping Remy at the time.
I ain't seen Capones in years.
You see what I'm saying? But like but I'm around a bunch of older cats. So then I had tried a couple cigars. I had tried like the acids, and, the ones that's like the sweet caps and all of those. And then I had a cat. He gave me some at church.
Gave you a cigar at church?
One a younger cat like me, he like, hey boy, you play with the cigars? I'm like, yeah. He handed me a couple. I said, okay. So I hand him a couple. He said, okay, that's cool. Meet me at this spot. We all go. Me and my OGs. I'm in there, but I'm a youngster. I'm 33. That's where 33 come from. You know what I'm saying? You know me in the cigar world. They call me 33. I started playing with them, man. The first couple ones they was giving me was strong, man. I'm talking about the next day it'd be in my beard, it'd be in my throat. I'm like, man, I can't do this. But I started sitting around with people, right? Started smoking them. And every time I lit a cigar around somebody and there was a conversation going on, I always was able to get a gem. But it was my de-stressor. You see what I'm saying? And people like, they stink. I mean, you gotta find the right ones. I was just smoking cigars this past weekend in this place called Cigar International down in Dallas. Ran into this lady. I ain't even told him yet. She got her own TV show on Bounce. I'm talking to this lady, right? She's sitting there with us, but she's ministering her way, her spiel. She gives me so much game for this, just off the fact that I'm in the element, and everybody's like, "Hey, let's go, bro. We've been here long enough. We're getting ready to leave. Tab me out." She comes and sits down. We end up spending another 2 hours. Do this. Go do this. Go do this. Go do this. Not saying that I wouldn't have got it somewhere else, but in this moment, I got it there. So it's a conversational starter. It always gives me something. And I don't have to smoke them every day. It's some days I go every day if I can, but it's some days, or in a week, I might do it twice a week. But in the moment, I'm getting some jewels, or I'm taking out, I got to change my cup out. You know what I'm saying? It's like changing the oil. Change this out, put this in, put this back in. Different flavors. You got your darker ones, your Maduras. It gives you something else to look up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You challenge your mind to know more about the cigar. Knowing more that you're not inhaling, you just breathing it out. Hookah's cool, but the cigar give me a different kind of chill. I don't have to, y'all tripping? Okay, cool. I'm going to go smoke a cigar, get my mind right. Can cut it, come back to it, have a whole nother conversation, be in my thoughts, breathe in, talk, thankful for what I'm thankful for, happy for what I'm not, and let it out.
So outside of the buzz, it's like a good social cue for networking.
Just me. I ain't saying it for everybody else, but networking.
Bro, I think cigars is like kind of like in the same way, like similar to golf.
Yeah.
Like
that's what they say.
A lot of rich people smoke cigars,
and that's where the best conversations and contracts.
A lot of money come from chilling with some motherfuckers smoking cigars.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I asked you, like, well, how do you get into that? Because I know the niggas that get into golf. Yeah. It'd be like, yo, when I started getting money, all of my business people like would just meet at the golf course. So I figured it was somewhere around that.
And I didn't know, bro, because I grew into a season where I was super churchy. I don't want none of that to you know what I'm saying?
Smoke.
I don't want none of that to, you know what I'm saying, hinder me where I'm going in my walk. I had to humble myself. You dig what I'm saying? I asked a question. This is my last one for you, bro. If something was to happen in the sense of emergency, who would be the first person you would call? Say right now you needed something done. Who's the first person you call?
I needed something done.
It don't matter what it is. You need something done.
But that's a different person for each emergency.
Right now, my phone dead. I don't got nobody's number.
I only know my mama's number by heart.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the only number I know by heart.
So I'm challenging you now. Get you at least 5.
5 that I know by heart.
And reason why I say it, man, because as kids, I tell everybody all the time, we used to write them down. It was a goal. So now I find myself in a rental car. Charger ain't working. And somebody left my charger. Phone dead. But if something was to happen to me, bro, I can't even think of nobody that I can call and say, hey, come get me. Mm-hmm. Even in those dark days. The challenge really is to be able to go through your contact log and be able to call anybody for anything. That's our challenge. I read it in Tyrese's book one time. We have a lot of dead weight. We hold on to some friendships we hope come back around. Some people. Because we don't want to seem like we set the bridge on fire, but sometimes it's okay to leave that bridge over there and go a different route. You see what I'm saying? So I challenge you all the time, bro, to have those people that you can call and rely on and talk to and vibe with and get an understanding. You dig what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
Plug, give me a little bit more of the pub on the album one more time before we get rid of it.
I Love Me, the album is out now on all platforms. I got a concert October 28th with Jazz Couch, Southside Dame, Kai Colors, and myself. You know what I'm saying? Come out here, some good music. I got some special guests in my set. We over at the Record Bar on 15th and Grand. And yeah, bro, if you want anything when it comes to clothing, music, to conversation pieces like this, like I do all of this. Come follow me on at Ashan Loves Me, ASEAN LOVESME on all platforms, anywhere you can find me. But yeah, bro, that's pretty much all I got to offer right now, man. I got the music and I got the concert. That's all my energy is in that right now.
You gave me so much, man. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.
Definitely won't be the last time. I'm definitely going to put you on some of these panels, something I got going.
I'm with all of that, too.
It's coming.
I'm with all of that.
I tell people all the time, bro, I believe, give them their roses, give them their flowers, but give them their moment.
Before we go, I want like somewhat of I know you just listened to it today because it just came out yesterday, but I want to hear what you really think about the project.
So like, when it first came on, the first song, everybody's big on intros now. Mm-hmm. So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, that's kind of Drake Kendrick how it's going right there, right? And then at the end, it kind of blanks down, and then it kind of goes into this where the music changes. Now, the song, I can't think of it word for word, but you're like basically saying be more intentional in these moments. I want to say it's closer to the end, like maybe fifth or sixth, but you're talking in the sense of like moments. Love. I can't think of exactly how I have to get to you.
Me and my guys already. It's already me and my guys already. Yeah.
So I want it to be, when I listen to music, it has to make me think of my childhood, my current, and my future. So when I listen to certain songs and you saying, but this time I'm gonna love me, and this time I'm gonna be in the moment, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. Even the conversation with you and the young lady, and being transparent. I'm big on that. Mm-hmm. So if an album rap, I can't listen to it if it's not transparent. I'm cool with I got ops and all that. That ain't me. I need some. Let's talk about how to get some money. Let's talk about how to grow. Let's talk about why I love my partners. Let's talk about my kids. If you got kids and you don't rap about your kids, or just even acknowledge your kids, it's weird to me.
Yeah, niggas
like stuff is weird. And I'm not talking about I bought my kid, but I was at the baby shower in St. Laurent, and I don't want to hear that shit. I want some shit that's gonna stick to my ribs. Where when your kids hear it, it's proud. When my daughter can come to me and say, "Daddy, people know your podcast," and she's 14. It do something to me.
No, me.
You see what I'm saying?
Me.
So music has to make me go through an element of emotions. But I'll give you exactly of that. I just think that I was shocked it was only 7 because I'm looking now and I start hearing the intro come again. I'm like, hold on, like how we go? And then I look down. I'm like 23 minutes. I'm like, cuz he had his mind. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna make sense. And then I'm big on, like I said, albums have to build and keep me
on me.
If they don't, I'm gonna be that person, and they'll be like, "What you like?" I only like 2 songs.
Like 2, 3 songs, yeah.
And we don't have that time. You know what I'm saying? Like Jazz Project. I tell her Crossroads is like one of my favorite ones.
On me.
She came and did it, and to see where she's at now, and to see that. Man,
Jazz went crazy on that song that we did.
That too, but then I'm looking at it too. You brought the gang along. You like that. Most people nowadays, I ain't put no futures. I want y'all to like me for me. Nah, I like what they do too.
No, me.
So why not showcase? You got a platform. Why not bring my people along?
So let me break you down to the 7.
Come on.
That wasn't my choice. Mm-hmm. So my goal was 11 songs at first.
Yeah.
My last project had 14. I was like, I'm gonna keep it short, like either 10 or 11. That's what I'm aiming for.
Gotcha.
Now for this 7-song project, I made over 100 songs. I'm a little off. It's, I'm obsessive. So So we get to the point where me and my boy Walt, who produced everything for me.
Yeah.
We sitting down. We finished the last couple songs, and we like, all right, we need to start like picking away what needs to trim the fat essentially.
Yeah.
So I told him, I was like, all right, we gotta find the perfect 11. So I told him, like, all right, these are the 11 that I want us to work their album around. Then we start sequencing, and then like slowly but surely, like songs not making sense no more. I'm looking at bro. I'm like, bro, we about to have a short ass album. So we got to the point of like, all right, we gonna do 9 joints. I'm like, I've accepted that 9 was what we gonna do. And then so I'm looking at the joints that's left. 2 of the joints that's left is about my ex.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, I gotta, like, she part of the reason why we got here. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta use this as reference at some point. And then it hit me, like she said, you gotta love you for you.
That's right.
You don't gotta talk about her.
That's what's up.
So then I take one of the songs away. I'm like, man, 8-song album is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with this. Like, this is too short.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, we could try to make. I'm like, bro, this 8-song not gonna work. Like, it just don't make sense in the, like, sonically it made sense.
Yeah.
But in the context of what I'm saying, there's no place for this song to fit anywhere. So I'm like, man, fuck that, bro. Like, let's go get something to eat. I'm not gonna stress over this too much, bro. No lie. When we hop in the car to go get something to eat, he driving. I look up. The first license plate I see is 777.
Come on.
I'm like, all right, they on that bullshit now. So I let time go
Law
past
of attraction, baby.
I walk back in the house.
Yeah.
I go to put something in the microwave.
7.
Bro, the time says 3:04 on the microwave.
7.
I'm like, hey, bro,
7.
this is I seen enough.
Yeah.
7 songs. Now, when we put the sequencing together, it just so happened that, 7 is the number of completion.
Come on.
It just so happened that the last song is the very first time I say I love me. I didn't pick this. I did not put all of this together in my head. When I was making the album, I wasn't like, we're gonna make 7 songs and the last song is gonna be the first time I say I love me. It just happened like that.
Live.
And after all of them songs, it's like, yo, the rapper in me wants to give niggas 10 songs, but the songs is the songs. I'm not beating 7. I'm not beating 7.
Respect it. Again, man, I thank you so much for coming.
I appreciate you, man.
Love, bro. Never goodbye.
Never goodbye.
Always see you later. Always see you later, bro.
I just told somebody that earlier today.
May God be your direction. We'll be your seatbelt in this thing called life, man, until we see each other again, man. 100%. Be cool, be safe.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Da, da, da.